How's it going? This is Tyson with Grimm's Closet. I am bringing something that I haven't seen on YouTube yet, and a little hint of what's to come. I'm wearing a really old Walking Dead hoodie. All right, so I got a package in the mail the other day from someone who was at the New York Comic Con. So we're going to look at a few pieces of loot. First off, we'll get into the playmats. I got these in the mail a couple weeks ago. I just have not had a chance to look at them. Life has been busy. I was making a giant Buzz Lightyear wagon for my son because he's going to be Buzz Lightyear for Halloween. Go ahead. This is a little tricky to get open, so here we go. The first playmat is the Darkness. This is really thick. I have the Mina one right below it. This is a very thick playmat. Like, I'm almost like, is there two sewed together? This is like, it's squishy. This looks really great. I am not sure the artist on this. I think it's probably Raymond Gay. I think that he is going to be the Darkness artist. On the new series that's just coming out. It looks really cool. I'm not sure how much I love the new suit on him, like these little lightning bolts. But the playmat looks really cool, and it's really high quality. I believe these are going to be sold at their various conventions that Lazarus Rising Games is appearing at until these are sold out. If you have a chance, like, this is heavy. I've never owned a playmat that is that thick. It looks like it's made by Epic Designs, so I'm not sure who they are. I've not heard of them before, but this is a quality playmat. So that leaves us with our other playmat. So I'm assuming this one is going to be Sarah, and there we have little Jackie. I used to love reading the Darkness comics back in the day. It was a lot of fun. I haven't read him since they stopped reading a lot of these books. I read Witchblade and Darkness for a long time because I just kind of really like the art. I haven't read them since the revamp with Giuseppe doing the art, which is amazing. I want to get into it just for the art for no other reason, but man, this is, like I said, like, this how thick these two are. Like, these are thick playmats. These look fantastic. Yeah, no complaints. The quality on these is really good. I will say it looks a little pixelated on this one. I don't see that here. So this image looks like it was blown up more than whatever file they were given to print these. But I do like the image. The art's pretty cool. Yeah, so let's get into the next little package. This was also part of the same package. And let's take a look what we got. We have a Learn to Play. So I will link wherever this QR code goes. Looks like it's a little Learn to Play YouTube video. We have another little Learn to Play right here. And now we have the reason I'm wearing this really old Walking Dead hoodie, which my wife will not go out in public with me while I'm wearing. We have our the little play decks that they were doing at the New York Comic Con. I've seen some of the cards. Man, this is... I'm just going to pop a little hole in that plastic. This is some... They're very secure, very, very secure plastic. I don't know if these... I don't think these are Cardamundi that printed these ones. But let's go ahead and we're just going to see if we can split these up. I think there's two decks. So we're going to start with the Walking Dead. So first we have Rick Grimes, and a lot of these are based on the. These are all based on the comic book, so we're not going to see Daryl. Andrea's actually going to be cool. Carol's not going to be cool, and probably won't even appear. But here we have Rick. He's a 3/7/3/5. Bonuses on teamwork cards played by Rick are +1. I'm not positive if that's going to be the initial, but I think it's probably a secondary. So if he's the assist, he's going to do a little bit more, to hit. It looks like we do have the set number, so we have 128. There's 472 cards in the set. There was 445, I believe, in the, I'll put it up, in the ERB World Legends set. Here we have 2025 LRG, 2525 Skybound LLC and or its affiliates. C, and then we have AKA. So I don't know who AKA is. But here, our next card, we have Rick's Colt 45 on an Advanced Universe card. So he's going to be like Raw. And we have the full name of the artist. Good on you guys. I love to see that. Rick Grimes, Colt 45, acts as a level 6 energy or combat attack or defense. Yeah, it's cool. It's nice to not gonna be able to be negated so easily. For specials. Rick Grimes, Riot Gear. I have to admit I've only read probably the first 30 or 40 issues of The Walking Dead. And it was ages ago. So I don't recall him wearing Riot Gear, but it's probably a little bit later in one of the towns. Here we have Morgan. So I think this is probably safe to say that Morgan won't have his own character card. A lot of like allies in Overpower will show up as special. So we have Morgan Jones, shift any attack made against Rick's team to Rick. Rick's team is +2 to venture total list battle. So that's a cool way to give yourself a little venture when you're moving something over, maybe just taking a hit, which is, not always great, but sometimes it at least makes it not hurt so bad. Rick Grimes, learn from our enemies. Little headshot right there. Dan HDR. Yeah, so we're going to see a lot more violence in this set than any other Overpower stuff. We'll see. I know there's a lot of kids. The Overpower was for kids, really. So we'll see. Maybe this will get a cool new audience. I'm down with that. Actual level 3 brute force attack may not be defended by a card with an intelligence icon. So here we have Michonne, energy 1, combat 7, brute force 2, intelligence 6, 19 overall. Score, if you've never played Overpower, this is the character's value. You can have 4 characters that total 76. On the old game, you would just add these up. So we have 8, 15, 16. Is that right? Can I math? 7, 8, 16. So she's going to have specials and things like that, which are going to be better than her power grid, is kind of how that's the intention behind that. But her combat grid is 8 if she started with the game with Rick Grimes and Alexandria on her team. So that's cool, seeing some themes, even though there's probably not going to be locations that have a list of characters that all go together. This is a cool way to put the team together. And that was, I don't see Finch. So David Finch. So it's not consistent yet with the names of the authors, or sorry, the writers on the art. I would love to see the full name. That way somebody can go find that artist if they want to. Next card, we have Walker Camouflage. For remainder of game, any attack made on Michonne's team may not be shifted to this card. Michonne's team may not defend this card. Discard this card after 1 hit. Yeah, so it's a remainder of battle with the clip. I'm a little rusty on the rules with the clip. I think you kind of attach it. Remainder of game, right there in front of my face. Any attack made on Michonne's team may be shifted to this card, and Michonne's team may not defend this card. So it's kind of works like the Hera card that Zeus has, where you have to attack that. It's basically the little walkers that she would walk around with when she first showed up in the comic or in the TV show. Michonne, Katana, we have a 6 combat attack, acts as level 6 combat attack or defense, so she can defend with it. I like having a little versatility with these. If Alexandria or the Hilltop started the game on Michonne's team, Katana may defend a teammate. Yeah, I like this design that they're going with so far. Michonne, 5 intellect, acts level 5 intelligence, or attack or defense. So more versatility here. When an opponent causes you to discard one or more cards, post-apocalyptic warrior may be discarded instead. Michonne, survival skills, just a basic avoid one attack. Here we have Negan, 2 energy, 6 combat, 4 brute force, 5 intelligence. Um, Combat grid is 8 to attack. Yeah, so good old Negan. I think lots of us stopped watching The Walking Dead when he gave Abraham and Glenn a fun time with Lucille. But we have Negan. Just thank me for it. Avoid one attack. I love seeing a lot of this. The artist in here, it just looks good art. Negan, half your stuff. Negan may steal up to 2 place universe cards, excluding Teamworks. Place stolen cards to Negan and or you. I lost my foil my foil painting palette. Negan may steal up to 2 place universe cards, excluding Teamworks. Place stolen cards to Negan and or teammates. Stolen cards do not use universe cards placing slots, and team may play them ignoring to use this requirement. So he could use this to steal like Rick's Colt 45. He can steal the different pieces of the Raw staff. That could be pretty brutal if you're relying on that stuff. Negan, Lucille acts as a level 8 brute force attack or defense. If this attack KOs a character, opponent is -1 to attack for remainder of game or until Negan is KO'd. I'm curious if this is going to be total opponent or if this is going to be just the character. Duh. I need to read. Reading the card explains the card. It's the whole player, since you're going to be KOing a character. Sadistic Charm acts as a level 5 intelligence attack. If successful, Negan may discard 1 of opponent's cards in play with the text remainder of battle or remainder of game. And then we have the Walking Dead, the Skybound set version, probably of the Angry Mob, where we have basically a team. I don't know if I love the art here. I would have loved to maybe see something like maybe featuring all the characters that are kind of getting something in Alexandria. But the art's good. I just would have liked to see something different on the card itself. Energy 5, Combat 6, Brute Force 4, Intelligence 5. Power cards are +1 when used to defend. It doesn't say if it's just for Alexandria, so I'm curious how what that design intention is right there. And we have 1 special, so this is for this starter deck. It's made for the reserve character. A Father's Legacy. Coral acts as a level 7 combat attack. If successful and Rick Grimes started the game on Alexandria's team, target is -2 to defense for remainder of battle. So a lot of debuffs going on here. And we'll take a look at the power cards. David Finch Zombie on a 1 energy. Our 2 brute force. I don't know the AD Lard. I don't know who that artist is, or Adlard. Oh, Adlard. Duh. 2 brute force. Power card. When there are 3, we have Alan Alien. It looks like him actually is. It's supposed to be upside down. We have Invincible, Alan Alien, and the Immortal. With Ryan Otley as the artist. For our 4 intellect, we have Handless Rick. Spoilers if you've only watched the TV show. Rick loses his hand like Jaime Lannister. For our 4 intellect, our 5 combat is this really slick David Finch Negan. 6, we have Andrea with a 6 combat. Andrea was very cool in the comics. For our 7 combat, we have Michonne chopping multiple zombies' heads off in 1 slice with some Otley art. It looks fantastic. And the 8 is, and I'm a little Battle Beast. I haven't watched all of Invincible, and I've not read any of the comics, so hardly an expert there. Our basic universes, we have a Katana with a 6 and a 2. We have the baseball bat with a 6 and a 3. So that's kind of I don't remember when Rick lost his hand, but more Finch art, which is cool. See, I would have loved to see something done here because a lot of this is just over Negan's face. Maybe flip it for the card. Something here just to let you see the art here. And then we have a shotgun, and we have a basic universe, or sorry, training card with um, man, Invincible's dad, whatever his name is. I'm forgetting at the moment. Playing catch. So we have a Walking Dead mission, All Out War. Looks like it's the name of it. So this is based on the Negan attack there. The Devil himself, a traitor among us, Dogs of War, casualties on both sides, a desperate gamble, a better way. Then we have our events. And if you've never played Overpower before, events are almost like gambling tokens. It doesn't really matter the order you're using them or playing them. The only thing that matters is that you're using the mission set with an event that goes with it. And the events are the ones that actually do something when you're playing them. So once around, you can play one event, but it hits with a combat icon. Do not count to the venture total this battle. No ally cards may be played this battle. For Rick's bleeding out, Rick's journal going all in. Each player must venture at least 2 mission cards this battle. Ignore this event if both players cannot venture at least 2. And then just a little blank card right there. So those are looking pretty cool. Okay, I had to take a little break there for a second, so we'll just set these guys over here, and we will take a look at the other deck. I've been watching Invincible, and I am currently on season 4, so I like it for the most part. Yeah, not a whole lot to say. I'm still figuring out what's going on, but Invincible is going to be based on seasons 1 and 2. And so here we have Invincible with Ryan Otley on the art. This is I really loved his Spider-Man that he did. But this is a pretty famous image from the Invincible. I knew what this image was before I'd ever seen it. I just seen it around. So anyways, Invincible, he's a little early in his career, but we have a 3 energy, 4 combat, 7 brute force, and a 7 intelligence. Here we have I Am Invincible. I believe when the set comes out, this text will be a little bit different. But for remainder of battle, all opponents' attacks must be made against Invincible. At the end of battle phase, once missions have been moved, all hits from current battle are removed and are not added to Invincible's permanent record. So a little flavor win right there with him taking a huge beating and it not impacting him too much later. Invincible Brutal Fighter acts as a level 7 any power attack. I don't feel like I've seen a lot of any power attacks showing up as a special card before. Combat Training, it's a 5 combat. Right there, acts as level 5 combat defense. +1 for each hit on Invincible's current battle and permanent record. May defend Invincible or teammate. Acts as a level 3 multi-power attack. If successful and target has no hits on their current battle and permanent record, target must discard 1 card placed to them or in hand. So the little 3 multi. Here we have his dad, Omni-Man, whose name I could not remember a second ago. But we have a 3 energy, 6 combat, 8 brute force, and 5 intelligence. May not be Spectrum KO'd. Gotta hit him for 20 the good old-fashioned way. Omni-Man, 6 combat, attack. If successful, target character may not use cards with combat icon for the remainder of battle. Viltrumite Physiology acts as a level 4 intelligence attack. If successful, remove all hits with an icon of Omni-Man's choice from his permanent record or remove 1 hit from his hits to current battle. And going back, I did not read his total was 23. I couldn't recall what that was. So he's a very expensive character. When your average is 19, you're going to have to play some weak ones to go with him. So we have Omni-Man, Earth's greatest hero, acts as a level 8 brute force attack. If successful, Omni-Man's team is +4 to venture total this battle. I am here to help. Cyrus, I think that's his name. Omni-Man or teammate may avoid one attack. Opponent's turn ends immediately. Alan, Alien, 1 energy, 4 combat, 6 brute force, and 3 intelligence. This is like an early version of Alan before he's beat up and kind of comes back more powerful. But he's bred for battle with 3 acts as level 3 intelligence attack, may make 1 additional power card attack. Neither attack may be defended by a special card. Alan, Alien, savior of his people. It's a defense. Play with a power card, block. Return the power card to Alien's hand. Play with the power card, block. Return the I'm not sure what that says. It seems like it's a early draft. I'm assuming this is play with a power card to block any attack. Return the power card to Alan's hand. So probably lets you get 2 uses out of a power card if using to defend, is what I assume is happening. Valuation officer, search the draw pile for any special card playable by a teammate, excluding any character cards, reveal it and put it into your hand. Friendly manipulation, acts as a level 6 intelligence power card, may defend Alan or teammate. It's a 1 per deck. And then we have Rexplode. I have to say, I don't love that it's the same art that's on the promo that they were doing earlier this year. I think just a different art would have made that promo feel a little bit more special. But we have a 7 energy, 5 combat, 3 brute force, and 2 intelligence. Placed energy cards level 1 through 4 are considered charged power cards and are +1 to attack. I'm assuming that's what the charge is it makes them +1. And his 1 special so far is I need this. In the show, he kind of gets beat up pretty bad and then goes to fight some crime. Invincible shows up to help him. And he's like, I need this. For remainder of game, I think that's later season though, so maybe I'm incorrect. For remainder of game, Rex may have unlimited number of charged power cards placed if he has no other power cards placed. When a charged power card attack is successful, target may discard 1 card of opponent's choice, may be placed in hand. So I'm not sure if there's a mechanic on. I guess it's just a 1 through 4. So little weaker cards there will be charged. So we'll skip the ones that I've already seen. We have this 1 intellect. I think that's Negan and Rick. Here we have them burning some zombies. Lots of David Finch art in here, which is cool. We have a 2 energy with Rick with like a shotgun. We have a 3. I don't recall who these guys are, but we have a 3 energy with Invincible, 3 combat with Michonne. I think I'd like to see more variety on some of the characters since she's also on the 7 combat. We have the 4 combat with Invincible and one of those creatures from his college that's kind of experimented on. A 4 energy, not sure who the character is. We have a 5 brute force. A 6 combat, I just saying the wrong thing, brute force, I believe that's the governor. I think he gets an eye patch at some point. 7 brute force with Invincible, and a very bloody Omni-Man and Alan Alien punching some dude in the head. That's pretty wild. Here we have our universes. 6 for 2, we have a hatchet. 6-3 for an American sedan. We have a tank for 7-3. Our training is, looks like we got Morgan right here. Oh, it's Andrea behind him. I'm not sure. And then the mission here is Who Killed the Guardians of the Globe? We have powers discovered. Guardians no more. I wonder who did it right there. A World in Mourning. Damien Darkblood. A Desperate Gamble. And I Won't Let You. And I'd Have You, Dad. Here we have a totally different style of mission cards here. It's a little bit of flavor text, but all cards can be played by any character, ignoring requirements to play, but with normal follow-up requirements. each card, oh, this is Calm Before the Storm. I think there was a card called that in the original Overpower, but each character may remove 1 hit from their permanent record. Who killed the Guardians of the Globe? Hits with energy icon do not count to venture total this battle. So, yeah, these cards look really cool. Lots of really good art. I love seeing artists like Brian Otley, David Finch on here. I want to see more full names of the artists so that way somebody can collect them, especially if there's eventually going to be artists who have the same last name. A little bit of cards, some of the text probably just needs a little bit of work because these are early versions. But I'm excited. I'm going to be able to have Invincible fight Spider-Man. You can have him team up with Superman. Gosh, Overpower is great. So it's pretty cool that we're seeing where this game is going. The art on these is great, and I'm seeing some cool designs. So I'm excited to play with these cards come January, I think, when these come out. Hope you guys have a great rest of your day. Let me know what you guys think. If you haven't, like, comment, subscribe. I'm on my quest for 20, and have a great rest of your day.